Welcome to ServiceSource's 38th Annual Service Excellence in Employment Awards Banquet. My name is Pete Booker. I'm a veteran of the ServiceSource Board of Directors, serving on it for 8 years from 2004 to 2012. And for some reason, Bruce has been unable to explain it to me, but they keep inviting me to support this banquet and other ServiceSource award events. In fact, last month we were all together in Wilmington for the Delaware annual luncheon. Now, these events are great. They're a wonderful time, they're a lot of fun, and it's so great to celebrate, recognize, honor the outstanding achievements of our workforce and recognize our community partners who help us achieve our mission in support of individuals who have disabilities. As I mentioned, we have a lot to celebrate, and we'll get to it. After dinner, you're going to hear about the state of the corporation from your board chairman, Major General Michael J. Walsh. Then we'll recognize our 2023 awardees, whose stories will inspire all of us. Before we get started, however, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, and you'll be able to see them on the screens as we talk about them. They generously support the evening so that our employees can enjoy this wonderful night every year. We have a long list of sponsors who are invested in our mission and our people. I'm going to read their names, and they will, as I say, appear on the screens. Please hold your applause until the end. Let's see if one person doesn't do that. We'll find out. Here are our sponsors: Bank of America, Bradley Arent Bolt Cummings, LLP, GSA National, the Hanover Insurance Group, Hancock Whitney, Ning Solutions Incorporated, Pisano Contractors, STG International Incorporated, Century Insurance, and USI Insurance Services. They are our event sponsors, and we have Service Excellence sponsors. Let's recognize them: Diamond Rock Hospitality and Playa Hotels and Resorts. Our Platinum sponsors are Cigna Healthcare and MC Dean Incorporated. Now, we have representatives from our sponsors in the room. If you could raise your hand so we know who you are, let's give them all a big round of applause. We want to thank each of you who is a sponsor, representing a sponsor here tonight, for supporting our mission. We appreciate, of course, your sponsorship, and we value your partnership throughout the year to help make our success and the success of all of these folks gathered here tonight possible. Now, we want you to enjoy the photos that are going to appear on the screens beside me as dinner is served. I'll come back to the podium after dinner, and we'll begin the program. Enjoy your meal. Everybody enjoy your dinner? A round of applause for the preparers, please. My dinner was great, but somehow it disappeared so quickly I don't even remember what I ate. No, I'm kidding. It was great. So we are going to now get into our program, which is going to be great, as it always is. And we'll be off to a great start because I'm pleased and honored to welcome to the microphone for a presentation on the state of the corporation, Board Chairman Major General Michael J. Walsh.
Thank you, Peter, and thank you all for being here tonight. As I look around the crowd, I was asking how there's like 450 people made it tonight to this event. That's quite a. I think we all get an applause for that. Great work. And thank you all for being here tonight to recognize our awardees and taking the time to celebrate the great successes that our collective ServiceSource team has achieved this year, as well as the Virginia offices as well. So it's really a great honor for me to be here, to be with you tonight, and to serve as your chairman of the board. I've been the chairman now a little over a year, and get to see all different parts of ServiceSource and the hundreds of people that work for people here at ServiceSource. Joining me tonight, our other board members, is Mark Dorio. Mark, thank you. Hector Veliz is here as well. And then our ServiceSource Foundation trustee, I see Albert Wu over here. Albert, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. I know I speak on behalf of the entire operating board of directors for ServiceSource and also the ServiceSource Foundation trustees when I say thank you for an outstanding achievements and really exceptional service to the people we provide for. It's my pleasure to share with you tonight the state of the corporation and specifically some of the highlights of ServiceSource Virginia. As many of you know, ServiceSource is one of 7 affiliated organizations that comprise of the entire network of ServiceSource. Slide, please. ServiceSource affiliated organizations are located in Delaware, Florida, North Carolina, Utah, and 3 organizations based in Virginia, including WorkSource Enterprises from Charlottesville that affiliated us with this past summer. Look at that map, how many across the U.S. Where we provide support to people in needs. That's the first time I looked at that map to see the expanse of where we provide services, and that's just amazing to me to see that. Next slide. Our collective accomplishments are many. In fiscal year 2023, we collectively served more than 32,000 individuals who have disabilities. Think of 32,000. I mean, a small town in the U.S. generally is called about 10,000 people are in a small town. We provided services to 32,000 people. 3 small towns would be who we provided services for. Among the 32,866 people we served, more than 1,900 were directly employed by ServiceSource or some of our contractors. And more than 1,600 received support in obtaining employment with other employees. Slide. Our mail service team delivered over 8.5 million pieces of mail 8.5 million pieces of mail at multiple locations, both at the local and federal government offices and commercial locations nationwide. Next slide. Our food service team served 5.5 million meals, primarily to our nation's military personnel. At ServiceSource Virginia specifically, we achieved the following program outcomes. ServiceSource Virginia office directly served over 4,000 individuals. Slide, please. Virginia's long-term community integration service program served 520 individuals. Next slide. We finished renovations at Elmore Farmhouse at Frying Pan Farm Park, making it our 10th long-term community integration service site in Northern Virginia. Next slide. We launched our Community Access and Resources Engagement, also known as CARE, mobile programs for older adults. And we opened a Biddy and Bowes franchise in Georgetown. Do we have that slide up? Yes, we do. If you haven't stopped by there yet, make sure you do the next time you're in Georgetown and enjoy a cup of coffee, which is really a great cup of coffee in that part of the town. So if you do have a chance, please stop by and enjoy that. The Employment Readiness Team accepted proclamation to recognize Autism Awareness Month from the Fairfax County Supervisor, Pat Heatery. Next slide. And we were awarded the 2023 Honors Partnership by the Fairfax County Community Service Board for behavioral health services. And we added an AbilityOne contract as we support the U.S. Coast Guard for administrative support and document scanning. Next slide. And from an advocacy perspective, ServiceSource was one of 5 nonprofits to establish the Alliance to Establish America's Workforce. It is dedicated to advocating for employment opportunities for individuals who have disabilities throughout the federal procurement process. Slide. To that end, our employees engaged in advocacy, telling their personal stories to members of Congress so that they can share the impact that the opportunity for employment has had on their lives. You will hear more about that later tonight in a video featuring Jeff Rudoff, who is our AbilityOne Employee of the Year. Slide, please. In closing, whether we share with you a broad impact that ServiceSource has had on individuals, and you hear the individual stories of success, please know that all of you make a difference with people in every day. While these statistics and the outcomes are impressive, it is the hundreds, if not thousands, of personal stories where we see the true impact of the work that we and you do. On behalf of the entire operating board of directors and for the foundation board of trustees, I again thank you all for a job well done, and I congratulate each of the awardees. And now I'd like to invite the Chief Operating Officer, Ken Crum, and ServiceSource Virginia Executive Director, Brenda Richardson, to the stage to begin the awards presentation.
Well, thank you, General Walsh. And good evening, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here with all of you tonight, and such a large crowd. This is always one of the best nights of the year to recognize our employees and partners, and thankful for all of our sponsors who have helped make this event possible. I'm happy to be joined by my colleague and good friend, Brenda Richardson, as we get to start the awards part of the evening by presenting our 2023 Community Partner of the Year Award. Over the past decade, ServiceSource has become a recognized leader in providing exceptional services for older adults in Fairfax County. As General Walsh mentioned, this past year, we launched the Mobile Cares program. It's an innovative approach to support and engage older adults where they live in their community. This was particularly important this past year as our team supported adults that were still dealing with the social isolationism that resulted from the pandemic. And then 2 years ago, we launched a collaborative program in Fairfax County called the Wellness Center for Older Adults, which focused on bringing together resources, partner agencies, and direct supports for older adults living in the community and for those served in our long-term and community integration service programs. Through the collective work of our team and partners, this program has expanded and grown since its inception and has become a hub for wellness-related activities in Fairfax County. And then lastly, over the past 4 years, our senior services team developed, launched and led an expansion of a virtual center for older adults here in Fairfax County that has served thousands of active adults in their homes and has gained national recognition. All of these programs were conceptualized and developed as our team looked to meet community needs and build off the critical services we provide through a contract with Fairfax County Neighborhood and Community Services to provide supports and promote inclusion at 14 senior centers throughout Fairfax County. This growth in services has come in large part because of the leadership of Fairfax County and the commitment that they have made to be one of the best places in the country for older adults to age in place. And the county has intentionally embraced and welcomed our model of inclusion and access to services for older adults. Throughout our decade-long history in providing services for older adults, Fairfax County Neighborhood and Community Services has been our trusted partner. In appreciation for their support in promoting the well-being of all individuals and families in Fairfax County, and specifically their commitment to older adults and individuals who have disabilities, we are thrilled to recognize Fairfax County Neighborhood and Community Services with the 2023 Community Partner of the Year Award. I'd like to invite Lloyd Tucker, who is the Director of Fairfax County Neighborhood and Community Services, to come to the podium to accept this award. Lloyd, we appreciate the leadership and commitment that Fairfax County has demonstrated over the years to older adults and individuals with disabilities. We're grateful for the partnership with Fairfax County to provide these exceptional services, and we look forward to continuing to work together in this effort. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. As Ken said, I'm Lloyd. I'm from Neighborhood and Community Services, and I was just telling him earlier how we kind of go full circle. I was, if it's okay, I was telling him that my wife used to be an employee. She contracted with ServiceSource, and they used to support Department of Rehabilitative Services. This was probably 23 years ago when I was a voc rehab counselor. Services, programs that ServiceSource offers really are near and dear to my heart. I was also a therapeutic recreation specialist, just as a lot of my peers at Table 1 and our colleagues from ServiceSource at the table adjacent to them. But partnerships like this just don't happen overnight. You have to have trusted collaborators, folks who are willing to take risks with you, folks who are willing to share a vision with you. And the vision that the board of directors here at ServiceSource, as well as Ken as you all's chief operating officer, has really jived and really melded into what we're trying to do at Neighborhood and Community Services in Fairfax County as a whole. But I would just like to highlight just a couple of things, if you could bear with me, that I think are outstanding accomplishments. And Ken has hit on a couple of them, but I would just love to, in saying thank you for this prestigious award, just bring a couple of them to you all's attention, and that we've been involved with ServiceSource in this capacity since 2015. So for almost a whole decade, we have enjoyed our partnership and collaboration with you all. We have had the honor of helping a lot and supporting a lot of our residents, a lot of our participants with varying abilities through having subject matter experts like we have at the ServiceSource table and probably throughout this whole crowd tonight, supporting our older adults with minor cognitive and physical disabilities at all of our 14 senior centers, as he mentioned. We've also been successful with ServiceSource in bridging the gap between our county-operated senior centers and our adult day health centers in helping our our partners, our participants to transition from one level of service and programming to the next, as well as expanding the span of our support to include our older adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities into our senior centers, and also implementing assessments and developing accommodation plans and providing adaptive programming for folks. So, you know, this is definitely a huge honor for us, and I accept, and thank you so much. I accept this on behalf of my colleagues and the rest of the folks in our agency, and it's just a pleasure and an honor to be up here. So thank you so much for all the work that you do, ServiceSource.
Well, thank you, Lloyd, and thank you to the whole Fairfax County team that's joined us tonight. Really appreciate the partnership. So now I'd like to ask Pete Booker to return the stage to recognize our Service Excellence awardees.
Well, hello. Thanks, Ken and Brenda. Where'd Brenda get to? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hi. Thank you. And also, thanks to Fairfax County Neighborhood and Community Services. Thanks for doing all the great work that you do. Excuse me. Before we announce our ServiceSource Excellence Award recipients, I want to take a moment to recognize a few ServiceSource employees who are celebrating milestone anniversaries. This is called stick-to-itiveness. I wondered how she interpreted that. Anyway, and as always, please hold your applause until the end. Employees who have reached their 20-year anniversary in 2023, Solomon Tedeschi, Travis Weisenberger, Jeffrey Prophet, Anthony Thomas, Angelo Robinson, Edith Griffin, Dion Taylor, Shannon Klakowitz, Franz Vosenberg, Annie Jones, Tyron Morris, Trudy Cooper, Linda Garcia, Salinas Montilla, and Darnetta Evans. Celebrating 25 years, that was kind of the end, but not really. But that's okay. So anyway, celebrating 25 years in 2023, Mary Johnson, Deborah Blevins, Andretta Newton, Mark Leslie, Gerard Howard, Kenneth Kramer, Eric Williams, Omar Chaudhary, Lisa Singleton, Byron Cole, Michelle Wynn, Michael Lean, and Mark Schrader. All right, let's do it. And now we're getting to the folks that are doing a little bit more, so we'll get a little more applause for them. Celebrating 30 years in 2023 are Pam Henry, Jeffrey McNair, Catherine Rothage, and Paul Monticelli. And here you go. This is big. Celebrating 40 years in 2023, we have Fred Pickett and Sandy Schwartz. So I know that Lisa Ward is back there somewhere doing the quick math, but I have it written here so I don't have to. If you add up the work years of all of those anniversary employees, it comes out to 840 years and 9 months of service. How about that? Isn't that something? Very impressive. Thank you all for all of those years of service. One more big round of applause. Now it gives me really, I like to do this every year, great pleasure to present to you our Service Excellence Awardees. These employees are recognized as having performed at the highest level over the past year, achieving great workplace and/or personal success. Now, each awardee received a special gift bag when they checked in tonight. If you are an awardee and did not get your gift bag, please stop by the registration table in front before you leave. I'm going to announce your name, and your picture will magically appear on the screens beside me. Tonight, we recognize 90 awardees representing 38 contract or program sites. Let's try this one more time. Please hold your applause until we have finished recognizing everyone. I know after a while it gets heavy to hold that applause, but hey. Our first award category is Service Excellence in Administrative Services, presented by Diamond Rock Hospitality. From Fort Eustis, David De Jesus and Christine Crane. From the Department of Housing and Urban Development, LaToya Butler and Ella Conley. And from the U.S. Department of Treasury, Sandy Lynn Schwartz. Let's applaud these folks. Our next award category is Service Excellence in Food Services, presented by Playa Hotels and Resorts. From the Marine Corps Barracks at 8th and I, Mabinti Karoma and Sean Sargent. From Joint Base Meyer, Henderson Hall, Carl Alf and Jack Busby. From Quantico Marine Corps Base, I'm going to try to get this right, and if I don't, I'm sorry. Denial Butte, Takesha Juggins, Shantae Knight, Bijan Latifzadeh Ellis, and Matthew Mullins, Dion Taylor, Franz Vosenberg, Francisco Quinones, Ana Garcia, and Alberto Dominguez. From the FBI Academy Drug Enforcement Agency, Stephanie Clark, Travis Bingaman, Stephen Byler, Shirley Jasmine, Samuel Delap, Eric Dietrichson, Danny Payne, Houston Lafear, and Patrice Brown. And from Blossom Daily Cafe, John Gross. Now it's our turn to give all of these folks a big round of applause. Our next category is Service Excellence in Logistics Services. Now this includes custodial operations, shipping and receiving, and total facilities management. It's presented by MC Dean Incorporated. From the Noman Coal Pollution Center, David I'm going to get this right, Moananu. From the U.S. Department of Commerce, Neri Vasquez and Reggie Mason. From the Mark Center, Thomas O'Shea. From the FBI, Hunter Newman, Rydell Jackson, Stacy Beasley, Russell James, Latrice King, and Vikrant Singh, Bradley McNellis, and Josh Johnson. And from the National Geospatial Agency in St. Louis, Michael Gentry and Michael Abercrombie. From Securus, Edinson Uribe. And from our MedBags production, Nicole Stiebeck. A round of applause for all of these folks. Our next award category is Service Excellence in Mail Services, presented by Cigna Healthcare. From the Fairfax County Administration for Human Services, Nick Flint. From Crestline Hotels and Resorts and Playa Hotels and Resorts, Marion Moxon and Robert Orlando. From BAE Systems, Eric Sloan. From the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Daniel Robertson Jr., Destiny Johnson Shabazz, and Jabari Jefferson. From the U.S. Department of Commerce, Richard Grahl. From Boyers OPM, Lonnie Stewart. From the Philadelphia Naval Mall, Jason Wilson. From Joint Base Anacostia Naval Yard, Kathleen Caron. From the Federal Aviation Administration, Ryan Thompson. From the Internal Revenue Service, Jorge Colindres, Christopher Neal, Constance Banner, Lace Prue, and Ronald Gee. From the Department of Homeland Security, Katrina Harper, Sean Rogers, Dominique Payne, Jacqueline Cuthbertson, Patricia McClendon, Tayshawn Small, and Sean Lewis Ward. From the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, Aaron Clements and Thomas Moloch. From BEA Systems, DeMonte Mabry. From the Department of Transportation, Tammy Meadows and Demisa Myers. From the United States Mint, Brandon Bethel. From Andrews Air Force Base, Eric Puttkammer. From the National Archives, Jeffrey McNair and Deron Dorsey. From the Department of State, Sean Delby and Thomas Lyons. From the Environmental Protection Agency, Hussein Dawoodou, Jalen Moxley, and Joseph Martaki. From NASA Goddard, Anthony Robinson. And from the Centers for Disease Control, Charnita Mack. Applause, please, for all these wonderful people. Nice work, everybody. And our final award category is Service Excellence in Job Placement Services, presented by Pisano Contractors. Representing the Building Employment Solutions Together program, otherwise known as BEST, Courtney Turner and Scott Hamill. Let's give a big round of applause for Courtney and Scott. Isn't it amazing that we have ServiceSource employees represented across so many federal agencies and programs? Now, it's time to give them one final amount of recognition, and what we're going to ask is that all of the excellence awardees here tonight either stand or raise your hand so we can recognize you as directly as possible. Let's go. You guys are the best. Thanks and congratulations for all you do and for a job well done. And now I would like to invite my good friend Bruce Patterson, President and CEO of ServiceSource, to come on up to the podium so that he can close out the night and recognize your Employees of the Year. Here comes Bruce.
How about this guy, Pete Booker? Isn't he great? Pete, we love having you here. As we have grown, we hold these wonderful events in all regions where we operate, to include Florida, North Carolina, Utah, Colorado, and Delaware. And and here in DC, of course. And Pete has hosted our Delaware event for 25 years. As I understand it, there were some people having lunch in Delaware 25 years ago, and Pete just stood up and started talking, and he's come back every year since. But it's always great when we can have Pete come down to DC for this one. Thank you, Pete, for being here and helping us recognize our great employees. I'd also like to ask our board chair, General Walsh, and board member Hector Velez, along with Dan August from MC Dean, to come and help me with the first award of the night. MC Dean is our partner at the Mark Center, which is where our first awardee works, and a sponsor of this event. Thank you, gentlemen. The first award is the ServiceSource AbilityOne Employee of the Year Award. This award is given to someone who is directly employed by ServiceSource on an AbilityOne contract. Through the AbilityOne program, ServiceSource provides essential services to over 40 federal agencies and every branch of our great military, all across this country. We have a lot of supporters in that effort, and one is here tonight that I'd like to recognize. That is Richard Belden. Richard is the president and CEO of Source America. Richard, please wave. Source America is critical to our work, and Richard, thanks so much for being here and helping us tonight recognize our employees. Another person that we couldn't do this work without is Jeff Rudloff. Jeff's story is emblematic of the power that the AbilityOne program can have to provide a great start to someone who just needs that one opportunity just to start. And then the next thing you know, they're off and running and achieving great things. Jeff started working for ServiceSource on our AbilityOne contract for total facilities management at the Mark Center in Alexandria, Virginia, as a customer service representative. He later was promoted to computerized maintenance management systems manager. Don't try this stuff at home. This is pretty significant, technically complex work, and Jeff has excelled. Let's watch a brief video to learn more.
I just felt I was stuck in life with no hope. Just feeling like, oh, there's no point, no one's gonna hire me, or just not gonna work out for me. What's the point of even trying?
He started working with a job coach, and he got this job at Giant.
She helped me get a job at Giant just to get relevant job experience to prove that I'm reliable. But my goal all along was to work with computers or just have an office job to work my way up in that type of company.
The job coach say, hey, there is an opening in ServiceSource as customer service. You want to try? And he say, why not? So he applied and we interview him.
I interviewed for the customer service position here at the Mark Center. Very nervous walking in here. I walked in the conference room to do the interview.
So I still remember when Jeff's first day when he entered into the office and my interaction with him. He was very shy and reserved. And I thought for a moment that this is going to be a challenging position because you have to interact with customers.
Immediately he's in a customer-facing position. And there's nowhere to hide up there. Customers come in with all kinds of questions, including, where's the nearest restaurant? How do I get to the Pentagon? Things like that.
So we start training him and provide him all the tools and resources so he can gain confidence.
Just baby steps along the way. I could see improvements in all areas.
He is a quick learner, so that's how he start getting confidence and talking on the phone and learning all the duties and tasks that we do in customer service. And when he start being so good at this job, we see a lot of potential in his computer skills.
So I was working a few months in customer service, and the previous CMMS manager was about to leave. So our supervisor at the time, customer service supervisor, said, Jeff, would you be interested in having this job?
I always knew, because the attitude he has, the work ethics he has, I was confident that he will grow.
I'm the computerized maintenance management system manager at the Mark Center. It's a lot of data upload to learn. I've got to learn all the procedures of the building, how to input things into our computer system. I'm getting new challenges all the time. I have to, public speaking, training people. So the first thing we'll do when we complete a ticket, we need to put the labor entry, which is the time we work on a ticket.
When Jeff was starting in this new position, he started providing training to use the system. So he was interacting not only with everybody that needs to use the system, like the technicians and our coworkers, but also with the government customer.
He also co-facilitates a monthly maintenance review that includes all the senior managers.
Our company was notified that they would like someone who was in the AbilityOne program to speak at the AbilityOne conference, and my supervisor asked me would I be interested, and I said yes. So I'm just an example of how the AbilityOne program can take a chance on people and show patience, and we can do it. And there are also other people in the AbilityOne program who I work with who I've seen grown also.
He did an amazing job there. Talking to the different staff and senators and sharing his story.
Well, my message was AbilityOne gives people hope, and giving people jobs gives positive self-esteem, and people just need to be given a chance. And I see with myself and others that AbilityOne genuinely helps people.
The fact that he was courageous enough to get up there and tell his story was super impressive to me.
Well, seeing my growth makes me believe that I can achieve more in life and that I can do it if I put my mind to it. Don't be afraid to seek out help and to talk to people who care about you, because they want to see you succeed just as much as you do, or even more.
Jeff, congratulations. Very well-deserved recognition. I am very proud of you, and as always, you rock.
Jeff is here with his colleagues from the Mark Center. Jeff, could you come to the podium? All of ServiceSource, Jeff. All of ServiceSource, your colleagues at the Mark Center, our subcontractors, and the federal government employees that we serve at the Mark Center are all very appreciative of what you do, and it is an honor to present you with the 2023 ServiceSource AbilityOne Employee of the Year Award. So we'll take a picture and then ask you to say a few words. Say a few words, Jeff.
Hello, my name is Jeff. All right, so I'd first like to thank the people who nominated me, for example, Sylvia, I know Patrick did also, and those who approved me. So it's an interesting day. That Friday morning, Sylvia said, hey, you're a finalist. Then in the afternoon, she said, oh, you won. All you have to do is give a speech in front of 450 people. I said, okay. But I have a little bit of experience with that. Plus, I got to feel like Tom Cruise for a day making that sweet video. Yeah. So, just thank the people who helped me before getting in this position, like my family, who I said there believed in me, and job coach before. So I was in Giant, like in the freezer, stacking heavy bags of ice, thinking, will this ever get better? Then job coach said, hey, ServiceSource, employ people with disabilities. You should try it. And I fortunately got the job, and I blossomed, which is very good. And many of my fellow coworkers are here, so I'm happy to see them here supporting me. They're great people. I look forward to coming here to work every single day. And I've grown with the position. And with ServiceSource, it's great to work for a company that wants to help people with disabilities and to help people grow. Because there are also fellow AbilityOne program employees that I work with who I saw grow and move on other jobs also. So that's it. Thank you for the award.
Thank you, Dan and Hector. I'm going to ask General Walsh to stay and ask Dr. Mark Diorio to come to the podium and help us hand out our final award of the evening. And the final award this evening is the ServiceSource Community Placement Employee of the Year. This award is given to someone who receives support in securing a job with a third-party employer from our job placement team in ServiceSource. This year, we're pleased to recognize Adam Tubin as ServiceSource's Community Placement of the Year awardee. Adam and our longtime ServiceSource employment specialist, Spencer Wilkinson, have made quite a good team. Adam is employed as a greeter and the social media support specialist at Jake's Ice Cream. Let's watch this video to learn more about Adam's achievements.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hello, we're ready to get ice cream. What flavor's good?
My name is Adam Tubin. I am the social media director at Jake's Ice Cream and a greeter.
I first met Adam right after he got hired at Jake's Ice Cream, where he was working as a greeter.
His father had told me that Adam had a job working at Costco as a greeter.
Yeah, I used to work at Costco as a greeter, and I used to check their cards.
Adam, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome.
He did really good. He was super friendly with everybody, always said hello, remember people's names, remembered their favorite ice creams.
Thank you very much.
He is one of the best team players here because he's always coming in, always cheering everyone on.
He was good at that, and being a social person was good, but he aspired to more.
He wasn't satisfied with just being a greeter, and the conversation started to come in repetitively, and it was always, I want to do more.
Start Google Chrome.
And he said, Adam has a voice-activated computer at home. And I went, really? So he said yes, and we talked about the potential for using Adam to do the social media.
Since I really like using the computer, I asked Robin if there was any way I could help her with anything else. And she said, yes, you could be my social media person. And I said, great.
And she saw this might be the job for him, the social media department of Jake's Ice Cream Shop.
Spencer came in and he started working with Adam. He'd come here once a week, twice a week, and then even if Adam had a question, Adam always felt very comfortable calling him and asking him. And he's the one who taught him all the technology.
I post on Twitter, Yelp, Google Business, Facebook, and Instagram for Jake's Ice Cream. Mouse 2. That's where Spencer came in also because he helped me very much with getting all the commands for the dragging down. 1, mouse click.
This was all new technology for Adam. So he got the software and they loaded it onto his laptop. And then the initial appointments that we had for probably the first few weeks was just me stopping by and working with him to learn the commands.
Without the support of Spencer, it wouldn't have been successful.
Mouse 2.
I watch him on the computer and watch him use that mouse grid and go mouse 8 and mouse 2, and I can't get over that he can actually put up with that.
It's a lot of work and it's very time consuming, but he's accomplished it. You know, ServiceSource has provided the support, which is critical, and he's taken that support and he's doing a wonderful job.
I really enjoy my job since I can do a lot of stuff.
I think it's given him a higher sense of purpose. He's a productive member of society. He works hard, he goes to work. You know, he's not one to just sit around and do nothing, which is also refreshing.
So now I am getting ready to go to work. I go to the shop Mondays and Wednesdays afternoons to greet the customers. All right, here we go.
I think our attitude has always been, yes, you have a disability, and yes, we'll have hurdles to cross, but I think we have to lead a normal life.
So in August of this year, we opened Jake's Gourmet Popcorn, and Adam is our social media director in both places.
Adam decided that he couldn't do the social media for that because this was just getting to be too much. And he told her, and she said, I'm not hiring anyone else. I know you can do it. And you know, whatever help you need, you'll get, but you're going to do both, and he's doing both.
Adam is absolutely thriving in this position, you know, and it's a real sort of champion-like story where he starts off as a greeter and then ends up moving into positions where now he's managing social media pages for the shop. And it gives him direction and purpose, and I think it makes him happy.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful working with him.
The reason why I like this job is because I have a variety of responsibilities.
What really made Adam stand out for this award is all of the hurdles that he had to overcome in order to get where he is now.
We're very proud of you. We wish you congratulations. This is a wonderful award you're winning, and it's not only you, you're showing the world that people with disabilities can do a lot, they can aspire to what they want to be, and that anything's possible.
Congratulations to you, Adam, for being ServiceSource's Placement Employee of the Year.
Congratulations to you, Adam. I'm very happy to have been a part of your journey so far, and I'm very, very happy that you're receiving this award. You absolutely deserve it, and I wish you nothing but continued success.
So Adam is here with his family and friends, including his mom and dad, Merle and Michael, and his brother Elliot, and friends Leslie, Stephanie, and Caitlin. So Adam, would you like to come to the stage, please? Thanks. Okay. All right. Adam, congratulations on your growing achievements. It's an honor to present you with the 2023 Community Placement of the Year Award. Would you like to say a few words, Adam?
Yeah.
Let me hold this.
I would just like to say thank you to Spencer at ServiceSource, and thank you to Stephanie Atkins from the Fairfax Community Service Board, and thank you to Jake's Ice Cream for all they've done for me throughout the 2 years.
Congratulations, Adam. Great job. All right. Congratulations again, Adam. This has been another wonderful evening celebrating our employees and community partners. I want to thank all our awardees, their families, their friends, our employees, board members, community members, customers, and friends who have joined us tonight. And to our sponsors and donors, because of your support, we're able to recognize our exceptional employees in a truly first-class way. Thank you very much to you folks. And let's give one final round of applause to all our awardees.